A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'd like to welcome all of you to Brand Vision India 2020 Summit and Awards, supported by FICCI. Brand Vision India 2020 Summit and Awards is organized by Next Brands, the brand consultancy wing of SM Group of Companies, offering a range of consulting services specifically designed to help a brand reach its desired potential. I would now like to call on stage the chairman of SM Group of Companies, Sharad Maheshwari, to please come on stage and deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Next Brands is an offshoot of SM Group, which is into dairy manufacturing, dairy products manufacturing, cold chain warehousing, renewable energy sector, and event management. Next Brands was set up almost 3 years back with the idea of taking brands and marketing consulting to an altogether different levels. Such initiatives, which bring together experience of dignitaries like you from different sectors who have excelled in their fields, is an inspiration to one and all. We have tried our level best to make this evening and the series a memorable and valuable affair, and with your undying support, would take it to the greater heights in the times to come. We are grateful to all our partners, panelists, and participants for making it possible, and we look forward to making this an annual property. Thank you all, and have a great evening ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Maheshwari. I would now like to call on stage Ms. Chandrika Maheshwari, the Joint Managing Director of Next Brands, to please come up on stage and provide an insight on this unique initiative of Brand Vision India 2020. Let's welcome her on stage with a round of applause.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a proud moment for all of us in this room to be a part of the first season of Brand Vision for India 2020, supported by FICCI. We always see awards, cutthroat competition, ever-challenging markets, but we seldom get to witness how each and every company has given boost to its industry, which is taking India to newer heights. So Brand Vision series originated with the core idea of acknowledging and saluting these companies, brands, and individuals who have had a vision to keep marching towards the success, who thought beyond business, and have had their roadmap all set to achieve the unimaginable. We plan to have a new and intriguing topic with each season to keep alive the freshness, and our vision at Next Brands for this initiative is to evolve it to a level of ultimate supremacy. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Niranjan Hiranandani, Chairman Hiranandani Group, to deliver the keynote for this ceremony. May we now have you on stage, please?
One of the first things that we learned in terms of how we really did what we did was to create a product which really delivered. And we took a decision that we will make a product which, if bathrooms leak, we will repair them, and if we can't repair them, we'll break it and remake it. Similarly for the waterproofing of the terrace, and everywhere we tried to benchmark it a little better and better. You have to work much harder to retain a brand than to create a brand. In terms of brand building, it's about commitment, excellence, and building trust. So unless you don't continue to do so all the time and keep on doing it, you will not only be overtaken by somebody else who's younger and more liberal and more faster in terms of new technology and stuff like that, but you really need to consistently see to it that your product profile is constantly committed and doing of excellence. Thank you very much for inviting me, and it's been a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for an absolutely enriching address. We would now like to felicitate you with the title Visionary of India, Legend, Real Estate and Infrastructure. And for the same, may I please invite Mr. Anurag Batra, Chairman Business World, and Mr. Sharad Maheshwari, Chairman SM Group, to please come on stage and hand over the felicitation. Let's welcome them with a round of applause, please. Let's take the evening forward by inviting a young actor who has recently ventured into the foray of entrepreneurship and is here to share his views on the importance and impact of the entertainment industry on brand India. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ashmit Patel.
I'm sure of is that we would all agree that the entertainment industry has contributed immensely to our economy, not just directly but indirectly as well. The economic impact is clear, but the effect on the wider economy and on society at large is also significant. But what we also need to address are the issues of today's times. Build in messages into our stories. Cinema has the power to mold opinions as well as to educate the audience. And as an industry, it should be up to us to elevate society through the medium of art. Our counterparts, our neighbors, China and Korea, their cinema has been able to generate content which is not only for their respective diaspora, but also for a global audience. Films like Slumdog Millionaire, which is in all prudence a film that could be called a Bollywood film, should have been an Indian film. Being from this industry, I feel that I share this responsibility and duty, and it is with this intention that I have recently founded Lucid Dreams Motion Pictures, a feature film production company. The idea is to bring to the audience content which is carefully curated and produce films that would make for successful ventures critically as well as commercially. I hope to contribute to the industry and to the building of Brand India. Thank you very much.
May I now invite Mr. Anirudh Dut, Director for Videocon, and Mr. Marzin Shroff, CEO, Direct Sales, Eureka Forbes, to please join me on stage. I would request you to hand over the felicitation for Dr. Rana Kapoor, and for the same, may I please request Mr. Amit Shah, President and Country Head, Corporate Marketing, Branding and Communications for Yes Bank, to please step on stage and accept the felicitation of the Visionary of India Game Changer, BFSI, on behalf of Dr. Rana Kapoor. Thank you, gentlemen. May I request Mr. Anirudh Dut to please remain on stage? And may I request Mr. Tapan Singhal, MD and CEO for Bajaj Allianz, to please join him on stage. May I request you all to hand over the felicitation for Miss Malaika Arora Khan. She's a diva, a fashionista, and a personality to reckon with. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Malaika Arora Khan, Visionary of India, style icon. May I also request Mr. Yogesh Lakhani, Chairman of Bright Advertising, to please join me up on stage.
Well, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Next Brand for giving me this award, and it feels amazing purely because I know what it takes. Right now, I'm so busy trying to build a brand of my own, which is I have an online clothing brand which is called the Closet Label, and it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of patience, a lot of money, and a lot of support. So I can only imagine, I mean, right now doing that alone, I think, is making me grey every single day. But nevertheless, it's a fantastic venture, and I'm really happy that I have something that I can call my own. So thank you once again for this Visionary Award, Next Brands. Thank you very much.
May I please request Mr. Marzin Shroff, CEO, Eureka Forbes, Mr. Mahesh Thakkar, Director General, Finance Industry Development Council, and Mr. Ashmit Patel, actor and entrepreneur, to please join me up on stage. We would now like to felicitate Ms. Shaina NC, Visionary of India 2014-15 Extraordinaire Excellence. She's a fashion designer, a politician, a Guinness record holder, and she's a power woman.
I don't want to thank my mother, father, God, but I want to thank all of you here. I'd just like to congratulate Next Brands, and I think that this is just the beginning. I hope you all grow from strength to strength, and I hope that you have a slot for emerging young politicians in this country, because I truly believe that they need to be encouraged and not discouraged. We have enough of negativity on television channels. I hope it's a little bit of positivity in real life. Thank you.
We would now like to felicitate Mr. Anirudh Dhoot, Director Videocon, Visionary of India 2014-15 Dynamic Leadership. His vision and leadership has taken Videocon to an elevated level of success.
Good evening, everybody. It's my privilege to be here to take this award. And as you know, that Videocon is proud to be an Indian brand which is doing business across different countries. And we are making our India proud, and we are very happy to be the part of the Make in India campaign of the PM's initiative. And from our side, being almost more than 30 years in the entertainment and the whatever the initiatives we are taken, we will always flag for India always. Thank you.
It's now time for the Visionaries of India 2014 and 15 felicitations. Brands and leaders that have an out-of-the-box vision to transform India into a superpower by the year 2020 will now be honored with the title of Visionary of India for their contributions. Let's begin with the first set of felicitations, and for the same, may I please invite Mr. Tarun Katyal, CEO Reliance Broadcast Network, and Mr. Mahesh Thakkar, Director General, Finance Industry Development Council. This brand's vision to improve health insurance penetration among the underserved, and each member of this brand is working tirelessly to make this vision a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, the felicitation for Bajaj Allianz General Insurance Visionary of India 2014 and 15. May I please request Mr. Tapan Singhal, MD and CEO Bajaj Allianz, to please come on stage and receive the honor. India's first literary pop star, a literary phenomenon whose book series, the Shiva Trilogy, sold over 2.2 million copies in print and became the fastest selling book series in Indian publishing history. The Visionary of India 2014-15, writer par excellence, Mr. Amish Tripathi. Popularly known as the Showman, he's an education evangelist and a veteran in film direction and production. He gave us some historical movies and songs that are still afresh in all our minds. The founder of Whistling Woods International Film School and the executive chairman of Mukta Arts Limited, Mr. Subhash Ghai. Let's welcome him with a round of applause. She's an actor, an entrepreneur, a style diva, and an absolutely loved personality all across the globe. Miss Shilpa Shetty Kundra, Visionary of India 2014-15, Woman Achiever Extraordinaire. Let's welcome her with a round of applause, please.
I'd just like to thank Next Brands for thinking that I was worthy enough for this honor, and I take this as a huge compliment. I just think that I've become who I am, call it a brand or whatever, because I've believed in myself. I believed all my life that more than making money, I have to keep myself happy and keep the people that I am catering to believe in me. And that is only possible when you actually do things from your heart. And that's what I've done all my life. I continue to intend keeping that philosophy alive, and I hope I'm successful, as I have been. And I need your prayers and blessings to do that continuously. Thank you very much.
This brand has heralded the era of design in the world of jewelry, with its innovative and exquisite designs. It leads from the front when it comes to being the preferred jewelry brand. Anmol Jewelers, Visionary of India 2014 and 15. May we please have Mr. Ishu Datwani, partner Anmol Jewelers, to please come up and receive this honor. This brand created a sales force of Euro champs, which was unheard in the Indian corporate industry, and they wish to emerge as a global leader in areas of health, hygiene, and safety. Eureka Forbes, Visionary of India 2014 and 15. May I please invite Mr. Marzin Shroff, CEO, Direct Sales, and Senior Vice President, Marketing, Eureka Forbes, to please come on stage and receive this honor. From joining as a management trainee almost 10 years ago to currently pioneering the entire branding and marketing for Kokuyo Camlin, this extraordinary achiever is an inspiration to many. Visionary of India 2014-15, Miss Aditi Dandekar, Corporate Leadership. To hand out the next set of felicitations, may I please have this privilege of welcoming Mr. Subhash Ghai, veteran film director, and Mr. Mahesh Thakkar on stage, please. This brand metamorphosized into a dynamic and responsive brand for the youth and fuses international trends with innovative fabrics. As a completely Indian brand, it has leaped ahead and over a short period of time matured to rub shoulders with international brands. Numero uno, Visionary of India 2014 and 15. May I please invite Mr. Narinder Singh, Chairman Numero Uno, to please come up and receive this honor.
Thank you for having us here. It's been a pleasure. Let's build India as a brand, all of us, and not just be just concentrating on building our own businesses. Thank you very much.
Recipient of the Padma Shri, Khel Ratna and Arjuna Award, a 2-time Asian Games gold medalist, 12 times World Billiards and Snooker champion, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pankaj Advani, Visionary of India 2014 and 15, the game changer.
I'd like to thank Next Brands for this honor. I think sport has evolved over the years and everyone is opening up to sport in India. So we are definitely headed in the right direction. Thank you very much for this award. I'm sure it'll motivate me to do well even though we're not in the Olympics and the Asian Games. Thank you.
With a vision to establish over 200 schools and educate at least 5 lakh children, to prepare students to become tomorrow's global leaders and to provide well-rounded education of global standards, Ryan Group of International Institutions, Visionary of India 2014 and 15, we have Miss Grace Pinto, Chairperson, Ryan Group, to come up and receive the honor. This brand is one of India's leading ground transportation companies, along with being one of the most sought-after brands in the car rental industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Cars on Trend, Visionary of India 2014-15, we have Ms. Sakshi Vij, Executive Director for Cars on Trend, to please come up and receive this honor. The king of outdoor advertising, Bright Outdoor Media, Visionary of India 2014 and 15. May I please have this honor of inviting Mr. Yogesh Lakhani, Chairman, Bright Outdoor Media, to come and receive this honor. The CEO of Godrej Properties, this young gentleman has led the company through a phase of rapid growth through which the company has established itself as one of India's leading and fastest growing real estate developer. Mr. Pirosha Godrej, Visionary of India 2014 and 15, Young Achiever Extraordinaire. Can you please have Mr. Ajay Pawar on stage to accept this? To give away this last set of awards, may I please invite Mr. Ashmit Patel, Mr. Yogesh Lakhani, Mr. Mahesh Shah, HDFC, and Mr. Pankaj Advani. This brand is synonymous with homeopathy, from a single doctor clinic to a chain of 183 clinics, Dr. Batra's Healthcare. Visionary of India 2014 and 15, may I please call Mr. Sandeep Saxena, Group CEO, on behalf of Padma Shri Dr. Mukesh Batra, Chairman, Dr. Batra's Healthcare, to receive this honor. The epitome brand guru, the absolute authority on branding and marketing, visionary of India, the brand guru, Mr. Jagdeep Kapoor. Let's welcome him on stage with a round of applause. This brand aims to take transportation services from on-ground to online. Ola. Visionary of India 2014 and 15, may I invite Mr. Sudarshan Gangrade, VP Marketing in Category, Ola, on behalf of Mr. Bhavish Agarwal, Chairman, Ola, to please receive this honor.
We at Ola are trying to build efficient transport solution for India, and we're very proud of what we've built already. And we were very happy and delighted and thankful to Next Brands for recognizing that and honoring us here. So, thank you.
This brand works hard, tirelessly to innovate technology every single day. Intellect Design Arena Limited, Visionary of India 2014 and 15, we have Mr. Venkatesh Srinivasan, CEO, on behalf of Mr. Arun Jain, coming up to take this honor. With a vision to extend reach of clean water facilities in India and offer clean water to emerging nations in Middle East and Africa, this brand wishes to expand its global footprint. Kent RO Systems, Visionary of India 2014 and 15, Mr. PC Mehta, Vice President, Sales Kent RO, on behalf of Mr. Mahesh Gupta, Chairman Kent RO, to please come up and receive this honor. This brand wants to take technology to the next level. This brand wants to be an epitome in business education. Indus Business Academy, Visionary of India, Mr. Manish Jain. As your MC for the entire evening, it is my privilege to be thanking all of you, and thank you for coming in to Brand Vision India 2020 Summit and Awards.